God. Oh God.
How do you make a chessboard laugh?
Check.
How?
Tell it a nightmare joke. Why did the chess player go to jail? It's really bad. It's really, really bad, okay?
Yeah, that's why I gave up on guessing it.
Because they can't control their pawn addiction.
It does not even make sense. How did the chess player propose
To their partner.
on a castle?
No. They got down on one knee and said, "Will you be my mate?"
Uh-huh. I don't think it would work.
Yeah, you think chess players are getting girlfriends?
Okay. We can skip that one.
Yeah.
What I have in my hands here
Yep.
are just some little baby noodles.
Oh, they're so cute.
So
Don't scare the snake.
these are month-old reticulated peasants. Let's go ahead and bring them.
Yeah, I can hold it.
Just support their
Just in a
body.
second.
Support their bodies.
Yes.
You can show them to stream.
Hello.
We love snakies.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of feels like it's choking me.
Oh, she's not holding it.
Okay, this is. She's not
That's just her
trying
body
to.
weight on
That's just. She's just this heavy. Okay, great.
My baby
I feel like I'm getting choked.
Oh my god, Nemo, you are actually fearless.
Alright, now I can go on to this side.
Can I tap out?
Oh my god.
No, it's okay.
Nemo,
I got it.
holy moly. Oh my god.
So lean forward.
Oh my god. This is insane.
Happy 420. Do you know what 420 is?
420?
Yeah.
No.
You don't know what 420 stands for?
No, I don't.
Oh my god, chat. He doesn't know what 420 stands for.
Wait, what does 420 stand for?
Yeah, it stands for April 20th. Of course. That's what it stands for. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
You have to update me.
Do you know what 69 stands for?
Yeah.
Okay. 420 is when you smoke
that's-
weed. Yeah, and it's like 420.
Oh, I think I've actually heard about that. before.
Okay.
I didn't know it was 420.
Alright, you go.
I'm thinking if I move my queen here,
Oh, wait. Where?
like I'll move it to e10.
E10. Where's E10? Wait.
Nothing.
Wait, where is E10? I'm so confused.
Nothing. It's not on the board actually.
Wait, was that a nuts joke or something that I missed?
No. That'd be weird and out of pocket. Anyway,
Look at the chat and Nemo's Twitch channel, loving every minute. 10-6-6. She's gonna have to dodge a lot of bullets here. Pulte for now looking for a king, a 10, or a 7. Plenty of backdoor draws, including the 3-3. Needs a king, 10, 7, or 3, or this tournament is over. And this tournament is over. Nemo gets the job done. She's stunned, but she's the champion.
Thank you so much, Pulte. It was a pleasure to play against you. Thank you.
Nice
Thank
job.
you. Oh my god.
Spend it wisely.
I will. Okay, 5 push-ups. You guys ready? Ah! Oh my god, I'm slipping. Okay, I'm gonna do it against the doorway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, workout for the day done. Oh. Whew. Like, I truly don't understand. Like, where is this leg going? Okay, so I think it goes like this, right? And then you want to get into, like, this position. Like, I think that's what we're trying to... Ta-da! See? My little fist? It fits perfectly. Proof that I punched it. Like, my fists aren't very big. they fit perfectly into each of these holes. And that's why my hand is like beyond bruised. They're quite bad. Oh shit, I should play this. Fudge. Wait, I checkmated? Wow, I'm a genius! Oh, planned! Oh, know who this is. Your girlfriend? For Tasha's girlfriend? Wait, actually, I was fully joking. I was entirely memeing. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. He's dating a chess player? Good for him, I guess. I don't know if that's a good for him in Polish culture. I don't know what chess players are like in Poland. If you have an ELO, I'm automatically not dating you, so tough luck, buddy. Only dating people who have no idea what the fuck chess is. Alright, okay. I'm scared, guys. A little bit. 3, 2,
Let's go, Nemo.
1. Oh my god!
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was so scary.
You did it.
Okay, thank you. It was calm for like a brief second. Right. It was really brief second.
And you got the dragon's breath.
Okay, thank you so much. What do you get when you jingle Santa's balls?
Jingle balls. Obviously.
A white Christmas.
I don't get it.
Okay.
Are you implying that Santa's balls are white?
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
What if he tans nude at the beach? How do you know? Maybe he's black from the waist down. How do you know what color Santa's balls are?
Oh my god. Okay, don't worry about it. Let's go play our London only
That's why
match.
you should never tell me a dirty joke. I don't like, it's 2023. We should imply what color Santa's balls are.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
that's what we were, yeah.
Is that not the joke? I'm
might get that
21
one.
years old. I want to get the joke. Can you tell me the joke, please?
What's a chess player's favorite TV show?
What?
Pawn Stars. I didn't write these, okay?
Oh god. Oh god.
How do you make a chessboard laugh? Check.
How?
Tell it a nightmare joke. Why did the chess player go to jail? It's really bad. It's really, really bad, okay?
Yeah, that's why I gave up on guessing it.
Because they can't control their pawn addiction.
It does not even make sense. How did the chess player propose
To their partner.
on a castle?
No. They got down on one knee and said, "Will you be my mate?"
Uh-huh. I don't think it would work.
Yeah, you think chess players are getting girlfriends?
Okay. We can skip that one.
Yeah.
What I have in my hands here
Yes.
are just some little baby noodles.
Oh, they're so cute.
So these
Don't scare the snake.
are month-old reticulated pythons. Let's go ahead and bring them.
Yeah, I can hold them.
I'm gonna just support their body.
second.
Support their bodies.
Yes.
You can show them to stream.
Hello.
We love snake.
Hey Shimizu, thank you so much for the 54 months. That is pretty crazy. Hello, hello, hello. And I'm sorry you're still at work. It seems so late. That's wild stuff. That's actually kind of wild stuff. Well, hello everyone. AkaNemsko is here to say hi as well. Hope you guys are all having an awesome holiday season. Oh, let's get him into the frame. Oh, I have some trash over here that I need to toss out. Thank you. My mom gave this to me yesterday. It's like vintage Zara or something, which is kind of crazy now that, there's like stuff that can be considered vintage from Zara. But anyways, I hope you guys are all doing well. AkaNemsko is choosing to take in some scratches. Scratch, 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 scratch. Oh, who's a cutie? I don't know why he's being so nice right now, but I took him outside for a little earlier today, and he does not love snow. Well, I don't think he hates it, but I think he gets a little cold. So anyways, you guys saw his, like, if you check my Instagram story, he had a little paw prints through it. He actually walked through the snow. There's like a little light dusting of snow on my balcony. So he's been a little feisty since then, but now he looks like he's ready to bite me. But he came to say hi. I don't expect him to stay. Yeah, I felt like it was time to change all my profile pictures, or at least the ones that are relevant. So I've changed my profile picture. I've taken out my YouTube profile picture. I've taken out my YouTube banner picture. I don't even really know what you call it, like thumbnail picture. And I've started a whole second YouTube channel for chess. There will be very limited chess now on my main YouTube that is going to be dedicated to lifestyle stuff. So yeah, I'm just really excited for all of the new changes. I'm really, really, really excited. The Christmas photo is probably going to stay because I am not going to remember to change it, or at least I'm going to be too lazy to change it. So I'm really excited about that. I will be traveling pretty soon again, as in like next month. We're going to be spending this, oh my gosh, my camera is actually just like not, it's like too high up. Why is it too high up? I don't even know why it's too high up. But yeah, anyways, I'm really excited about all that stuff. I'm going to France, and then I'm going to Athens, both places that I go to France relatively often, but I've never really gotten to travel through Athens. I've been to Greece 3 times in my life, actually, and actually maybe only twice, and both times I never left the hotel in typical chess player fashion, so I'm really excited to be going outside the hotel this time. Let's hope I don't get sick and jinx myself. Hey, Boy Shack, thank you so much for the tier 1. Welcome back to your 25th month. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I wouldn't say I'm departing from my chess identity. I would say my chess identity is departing from me. And you can find the girl that plays chess at Nemo Chess on all socials, and the girl that doesn't on AkaNemsko. I would just describe it that way. There's still a couple more socials that I need to change. There's a couple that doesn't really make sense. Like TikTok is just a mix and match of a million things, and I don't even know what's going on my Twitter. I don't even use my Twitter. Like, I log on to Twitter maybe once every week. So I really couldn't care less about some of my socials. So some of them are just going to stay like this weird mix match of whatever shit. Anyways, but the other stuff, yes, I am going to have the dedicated Nemo Chess YouTube account. And as you guys know, I've had a dedicated Nemo Chess Instagram for a little bit. There will not be a second Twitch channel. I actually thought about this. There might be some nights where I just like do late night only things, guild leveling up stuff that I might just stream on like YouTube, on my main YouTube or something, just so I have the VOD in case I die, it doesn't like go to waste. But yeah, so that's basically what's going to be. So anyways, I'm really excited about it. Oh, there's Threads. I always forget about Threads. I think Threads is one of those accounts that I have linked, like it forced me to link my Instagram at some point, and then it just asks me every now and then, like, do you want to keep posting onto Threads? I'm like, yeah, sure. I don't even know what's going on Threads. Does anyone use Threads? Is Threads a thing? Is that like is that an actual viable social media platform? Oh, fudge, Facebook. I forgot about Facebook. Yeah, I'm not too worried about Facebook. I've completely given up on Facebook. Facebook's whatever at this point. But anyways, the heels class was really good. It was really sweet. People are really wholesome. There was like one guy in it, so that was really cool as well. I actually don't think this hairband fits this sweater at all. Where's my white one? I had another one on my table earlier today, but I think I lost it already. Okay, anyways, maybe it's somewhere over there. Who knows? Padawan, thank you so much for the tier 1. Welcome back to your 32nd month. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't have anything poker upcoming, although we are going to be playing poker a little bit later, which is fun. And then obviously tomorrow and Sunday, we're also playing poker. Sunday, actually, we've got poker poker tournaments again. Hopefully this time we cash for more. And also tomorrow we're going to be trying out a brand new auto battler. It's a 3D auto battler. So yeah, there's a couple of things that we're doing this weekend, which is going to be really fun. But yay! Yay! So anyways, that is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be focusing a little bit more this year on the things that I guess I love, things that I appreciate, and hopefully it'll work out. So yeah, thank you, Grumpy Cat. Appreciate that. Welcome back to your 10th month. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Singapore was amazing. I wish I could have spent more time in Singapore, but honestly, I was also ready to kind of be back. It wasn't even that I didn't want to spend more time in Singapore. It was much more the pressure of being around. I learned one lesson, and it's that if I am around a chess environment, even though I am not being paid to be at the chess place anymore, people are going to expect me to be at the chess place. So the next time I do vacation, I'm going to go to Bali. But it was still really, really good. I mean, the Singaporean Federation was so freaking nice. They were so nice. It was really, really nice to be there. I loved it. Hey, Jack Splat, thank you so much for the gifted sub. I appreciate that. Thank you. All the best for 2025 as well. I'm trying to find where this AI test went. Okay, here it is. Accent guesser. Yay! So we are going to be doing this. And then we are going to be playing a little bit. Oh, also I forgot to announce that Flex Friday is going to be on Sunday because, first of all, we forgot to set up the Discord channel for it. The prices are doubled. It is any theme. It is probably going to be... No, there's one more Friday in the year before, so it's going to be our second last Flex Friday of the year. I'll come up with some fancy theme for like the New Year's one, but Flex Friday is going to be on Sunday, so it's going to be Show Off Sunday or whatever you guys want to call it. But it is going to be part of our, well, holiday season streams, I guess. I'm probably going to be streaming on Christmas, on both the Christmases, completely unrelated, but I'm thinking about doing a Resident Evil 4 streamathon, so we'll figure out the exact specifics, but I did want to let you guys know about that. Oh my gosh, Mickey jumping right into the stream with 25 gifted subs. Wait, that is absolutely insane. Yo, guys, if you submitted, I mean, yes, also this, if you got a gifted sub from Mickey, please make sure thanking them. I was just thinking, thanks to Mickey, I am able to pay you guys money every Friday or every whatever day of the week it is that you guys end up being paid. But point is, thank you very, very, very much for sponsoring this stream. I appreciate that, Mickey. Yeah, make sure you guys are saying thank you. And also happy holidays to everyone. Merry Christmas and all that if you guys celebrate it. So yay, it'll be a really good time hopefully this holiday season. I am going to be spending the holidays here, and then shortly afterwards when you guys all go back to work, I will be going on vacation because my schedule is literally reversed from you guys, which is actually kind of the way that I like it. Yeah, well, I don't even remember playing Resident Evil 7, so Resident Evil 4 is the one with Ada Wong, right? I just want to play the one with Ada. That's literally it. I genuinely don't remember playing any of these games. I don't really celebrate Christmas. I mean, I'm going to celebrate Christmas and stuff, but I really dislike the holiday season. The holiday season just, yeah, it's not my thing. But anyways, we'll celebrate it for chat and we'll celebrate it for you guys because I know holiday season is a really big part of a lot of other people's lives, and just because I don't personally like it doesn't mean I have no fun birthday plans. I'm not too worried about it. As you know, I also don't particularly like my birthday. So let's please not bring it up. I am not ready to be 25. I feel like, yeah. Anyways, It's okay. Yeah, I'd rather just not talk about it. Sorry. Let's just talk about the accent oracle. Let's see what our accent is going to be. I mean, I don't even have seasonal depression that much anymore. I just have depression. I just don't like the holidays. I just don't enjoy the reminder that I am getting older. I don't like the fact that the year is ending. I just don't like Christmas. It's just annual depression. I don't have family, so it's like whatever for me. Like, I can hang out with my family. Like, nothing is stopping me from hanging out with my family other than my family. So it's kind of like, yeah, anyways, it's okay. It's all cool. I did visit my mom though, and it was actually kind of pleasant. So I'm thinking about going to China next year. So hopefully that's going to change. I'm very excited about that changing. I'm ready for it to change. Like, there's no reason for it to be a pain, if that makes sense. Yeah, so hopefully I'll just go to China next year. So, anyways, yeah, we'll stay young forever. Exactly. That's the goal. Absolutely, Shauna. So, apparently, the accent oracle. Do you have an accent when speaking English? I bet I can guess your native language in less than 30 seconds. Do you think this is actually going to work? Boy, I am so... Don't remind me about the biological clock. I so do not want the biological clock to start going. I am not ready. Yeah, it's gonna stay 23 forever. It's always gonna be 23. The woman grandmaster part might change, but we're gonna stay 23. Okay, is this going to work? Do you guys actually think this will accurately pinpoint where my accent is from? Because I'm not actually personally sure where my accent is from. I've had a lot of people tell me that my accent is like Californian, or like I got a Valley Girl accent, or something like that. So I'm actually really curious. Okay, let's try it. Try me. Read this sentence for me and I'll guess your accent. Okay. This past weekend, I went hiking with some friends. We followed a trail that led to a beautiful waterfall. The sound of the rushing water and the fresh air made the whole experience unforgettable and rejuvenating. Okay, let's see. Pause, champ. You're special? I need to hear a bit more from you? You know who else says I'm special? I'm joking. My therapist. No, I'm joking. Okay, scrap all that. Don't put that into the clip. All right, let's go again. Abort mission. I recently tried meditating for the first time. It was challenging to stay focused at first, but eventually I found myself feeling more at ease. It's something I'd like to practice regularly to manage stress better. Sorry, did the Oracle like listen into our conversations or something? I wish I did this. I wish... Danish? After all this, we got Danish? You know what I have never been told I sound like? Danish. I have never, ever had someone tell me my accent sounds Danish. I genuinely, I don't think I've gotten anywhere, like, I've gotten, like, England, like, UK sometimes. I've never gotten Danish. I don't even speak Danish. The most amount of Danish, I can't say a single thing in Danish. At least Chinese is second. But Chinese is 19% and Spanish is 18%. So, I also want to say, I don't speak a single word of Spanish. I can say like, hola, ¿cómo estás? That's basically it. That's all I can really speak or say in Spanish. We've done our 3 hours of sponsored Spanish lessons. That's basically all the Spanish I've ever done in my life. That's crazy. This is actually crazy that I'm just getting 19% Chinese and 18% Spanish. I also do agree, though, that the way I read is very different from the way I speak. And I think everybody does that. Tell me, did I guess correctly? Danish? Sorry, wrong accent, bro. Despite her Danish account, Nemo's from Finland. Yeah, I mean, I should probably try it again, just because the way I read is very different, though. I would love more sponsorships for Spanish lessons. Hell yeah, pay me to learn Spanish. I'll take it any day. I will do it. That's actually kind of insane. I'm so confused right now. Do people do this and get it right? Is that a thing? Just accept my new nationality? Yeah, let's just add Danish to the list. But seriously, thank you so much. I missed a couple of subs. Thank you very much, Ines, for the Prime. Welcome to the pool party. Thank you, thank you. And thank you so much, Klainos, for the 5 months. Welcome back, Klainos. Thank you. And thank you so much, Justin, for the tier 1. Welcome back to your 51st month. Thank you. Yeah, this is an accent detection tool. This past weekend, I went hiking with some friends. We followed a trail that led to a beautiful... How does this even sound Danish? I don't even know how this sounds Danish. How old was I when I first spoke English? Probably like 2. My mom was an English teacher, actually, in China. She was, she like did a whole bunch of TV stuff. She speaks really good English. Okay, I guess we try it again. Because we gotta be able to get... I'm just really curious. Let me just read it more casually. Yeah, I think it's because of the storytelling voice I'm doing. So let me just... The small flock perched on a low branch, their wings still damp from the cool mist. Each bird chirped sharp calls, tails flicking as the breeze ruffled their dull feathers. Twigs snapped softly underfoot in the still grove. There we go. Okay, now we got Chinese. So that means that my, like, regular talking tone is probably more Chinese. And whatever I decide to, like, read, or when I think about it, it probably sounds a little bit more non-Chinese. This is probably a lot more accurate for my daily accent, though. But yeah, I do agree that the way that I read is different. My teleprompter voice is Danish, it seems, yes. I mean, I probably can fool it. You think I can try? You think I can fool it? I think in English. I think it's... I've been trying to spend less time on my phone and more time enjoying the world around me. It's amazing how much more present I feel when I focus on my surroundings instead of a screen. I'm just curious. Oh no, having to do it a second time though, I'm not going to be able to do it a second time. Oh man. It gave you 95% Turkish? Oh god, okay. I recently tried learning how to make my own candles at home. It was a fun and creative activity, and now I have a few handmade candles that smell amazing. They also make great gifts for friends and family. Let's see. Still sounds Chinese. It's 29% Chinese and 29% English. What does that even mean? That's crazy. 26% Filipino as well. There it is. Wow, Ava knows. Yeah. It might have just heard me explain earlier. It's true. It might just be listening into us. Apparently, I have a very strong accent. When it rains, I enjoy curling up with a good book and a warm blanket. There's something comforting about listening to the rain while getting lost in an engaging story. It's my idea of a perfect afternoon. I also wonder if you're able to, like, speak a different language and then get into it. One of the best parts of my day is cooking dinner with my family. We enjoy trying out new recipes together, sharing stories about our day, and laughing as we figure out the best way to make a dish. I think I'm just like probably pretty decent at faking my accent. Like I'm 100% aware that I switch up the way I speak to my friends and like the way that I speak to my professors, for example. Yeah, I'm pretty aware of that, but I didn't realize that it was maybe that. I was definitely not speaking. No, it was pretty obvious. I was like faking that, right? I wasn't really doing English. I was just doing like proper, if that makes sense. Just enunciating every single word the way that my English professors would have liked it. The way that, yeah. I think for the most part, my English sounds very American. Trying to fake a Polish accent, I cannot actually fake an accent. But if you really enunciate words, that tends to be more British. My accent with chat is not the most natural, no. I think well, it depends. When I get tired, I would say it's the most natural. When I'm like a drink or two in, probably the most natural. It's this really weird thing. If you ever have tried speaking in front of a camera, you just naturally do something with your voice. I don't know what you do with your voice, but I have this theory that you point a camera at anybody and tell them to speak and they're going to change up the way they speak. Because it's just like a, oh my gosh, it's this little thing. I think a lot of people, yeah, or like telephone voice or something. It's not even something that I have really control over. It's just something that I kind of do. Oh, yeah, that too, Poker. Right now, we don't have music in right now, so, yeah. I think most people use a more, like, what they, in their head, thinks is a better version of their accent when they speak on camera, unless you're obviously trying to mimic someone or mimic an accent. It's like you become self-conscious if you're talking. Yes, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. But I've somehow got Danish as my first one. It's crazy. But yeah. You can just mess with this. No, I definitely sound, I pronounce my A's a little differently depending on who I talk to and depending on how much people are going to judge me, because I naturally pronounce my A's like cheetah or data or, you know, just my A's are definitely a little different. But then when I'm in America, people like to poke fun, or like, oh, why do you pronounce your A like that? I'm like, branch, vase. Yeah. Does anyone like the sound of their own voice? Bro, not me. I don't even think my voice is that annoying because I've heard other people's voices and I'm like, bro, can we please shut up? No, but anyways, I don't even like my own voice that much, but I also think most people do not like listening to their own voice because it's your voice. It's also the same way I basically hate every single picture I take, and choosing a video or choosing a picture is always like a struggle with my editor where I'm like, I don't like this. And we're like, okay, and he's like, but to me, this looks fine. And I'm like, okay, but I don't like it. Anyways, It's just one of those things that I think you're always more critical of yourself because you've been stuck with yourself for so freaking long, and you've seen yourself like, yeah, like it's just all these things. Seriously, just don't think about it too much. Really. At the end of the day, there are actually things you can do to change your voice and features, but most of the time it's not really worth it. And most of the time, you're the only person that's noticing that. Like, 95% of the time, you're the only person noticing whatever it is that you're noticing. Exactly. No one is harder on you than yourself. I know, right, Shauna? Oh my god, I swear. Happens all the time. So. But yeah. Also, if you take testosterone, am I pronouncing it right? Trying to not pronounce it like Toblerone. Testosterone. Obviously, that's going to change your voice. Same if you take estrogen. It's going to change your voice. It's going to change your appearance. All that stuff. Like, there's a lot of medications out there that can change the way you look and the way you sound. So it's really just not that big of a deal. Just want to remind everybody that however you sound is probably totally fine. Unless your voice is extremely annoying, in which case I would like to leave the premises. Other than that... No, sometimes I just tune people out. No, I think this is a fun test, but if anybody wants to do it later, this is not sponsored or anything. It's just something fun I wanted to do. Okay. That was cool. I was just genuinely curious. I was also kind of curious to see if they would be able to pinpoint like specific American accents, but it never pinpointed me as having an American accent whatsoever, which I also think is crazy because I think American accent is probably what, if someone came up to me and was like, how would you describe your own accent? I would definitely go with like America. But apparently it thinks I'm Danish. So we should learn some Danish phrases. The funniest one to me is when people are like, oh, you sound so like Valley Girl. And I'm like, is that an insult? Like, I was being made fun of having a Chinese accent my whole life. You really just can't win, huh? But anyways, it's funny when people try to insult me. And I'm just there like, I can't really tell. Is it better or worse? I think it just, once again, really depends. I can, as you guys can tell, I can fake my accent. So. I am definitely slightly nasally right now. What are some popular Danish phrases? Thanks. Second time you got Danish? Nice. You can tell I have an Asian accent, but probably more because you're Asian. I think I've gotten the most random stuff ever. Yeah, I speak Mandarin with my parents at home. When I was living in Finland, I was speaking a lot of Mandarin. I didn't even move out of Finland until I was like 11 or 12. I think a lot of people forget that. I never grew up in a I didn't grow up in an English-speaking environment until I was like 12 years old, basically. And when I was younger, I would be learning English, Finnish, and Mandarin all at the same time. So obviously my accent would be really confused. And at school, nobody spoke English that well. Like, we had one native English-speaking teacher for basically the entire school. And while their English was fine, it would definitely carried an accent. So I never really got to interact with native speakers that much, which is why I'm very lucky my mom is actually like an English teacher. She was doing her PhD in English philology, which is the study of basically how we use language, when we use certain phrases in language, and stuff like that. So I was super, super lucky that growing up, my mom was really good at English, because otherwise my English would have been way worse. I'm not gonna lie. Like, my school taught, like, classes were in English, but It was barely passing English. Even though I look a little Danish, I'll take it. Hey, Ulan, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I also think because I spent a lot of time recently in Singapore and I've been hanging out with my mom recently that my accent might be more in tune. Trust me, when I go to France, I don't speak French very well. I'm the first person to tell everyone that I don't speak French very well, which is really funny to me because then people are always in my comments like, oh, your French is terrible. Like, did I claim to be good? I said I can speak it. I never said I'm good. There's a very big difference. But anyways, when I hang out in France, I just start randomly tossing this French accent into words, and I almost feel like I feel bad because I almost feel like I'm insulting them, and I'm really not trying to insult anyone with the way that I'm speaking to them. It's just like every now and then I'm just like, I don't know, like the way that they would pronounce certain things, like, anyways, yeah. I'm not trying to make fun of anyone. It's just when you hang out, I think, with people that speak a certain type of way, your accent just naturally goes towards that. Like for me, I really like just naturally gravitate towards whatever people speak around me. Hey, Ulan, thank you. I appreciate you very much. I got Danish. I don't even know if I have any Danes in here, but we're Danish now. So anyways, I do remember saying skål. Skål is like cheers, right? Yeah, it's cheers. Nej is the same in Swedish and in Danish. And ja is like yes. And like god dag. God dag. Is it god dag? Hey is just hey. Is good. God dag is good day. That's basically it. That's like all the common words, I guess, that I know that is basically shared. Like I can read some things off this probably. Jeg fra. My Danish accent is probably not very good. I practice Swedish, never practiced Danish. Være så venlig? Is this AE an A sound? Or is it not an A sound? We don't have this in Finnish. We don't have the AE sound. It might not be an A sound. I just know the A is an A sound. Jeg heter. Jeg heter Nemo. Oh, it is the same as A? Okay. That's what I thought. So this would be Være så venlig. Pat the horse means shut up in Danish? Why? That's so funny to me. Okay. Klapp lige hesten. Now I sound Norwegian. I don't know the difference between like Swedish, Norwegian, and Danish. All I know is that Danish people get made fun of by Swedish and Norwegian for having the worst of the Nordic accents. But as somebody who is not able to speak any of the Nordic languages, and I speak an Uralic language called Finnish, I can't even participate in this poking fun of the Danes. So whenever we used to hang out as like a group back in Nordic School Chess Championships and stuff, everybody would we would always make fun of the Danes. And by we, I mean the Danes and the Finns would suffer, and the Finns that could speak Swedish would participate in this, and then the Swedish and the Norwegians would poke fun at the Danes. But yeah, I really don't speak a single word. Tack is thank you. I really don't speak. I never participated. I can't speak Swedish. I can't speak Norwegian. I know like a few words. I can pretend I can read this. I can read stuff. Det går gott. Slow down there. Okay. Yeah, and then Iceland shows up and everyone's like, cool. Awesome. Hi. But Danish, well, isn't Icelandic like basically the most authentic of the old Viking languages because they had the least amount of interactions with other places. They pronounce it as yay? Okay. It got the least updates, yeah. Well, that's why Danish people well, Norwegians poke fun at the Danes. I'm not saying that either language is particularly exciting, but anyways. Danish sounds horrible. Jeez, where is this Danish hate coming from? Damn. I didn't know so many people had strong opinions about the Danish language. What the heck? I'm just reminiscing about my childhood Nordic school chess championships. Yeah. Icelandic is definitely not that unique. It's a little unique, but it's not completely not related to. It's definitely somewhat related. Also, we're gonna listen to Ludwig's Christmas song or Christmas album because it's DMCA free. Thank you, Ludwig. So yeah. Well, my English accent apparently sounds Danish. Danish. Of all the Scandi countries that I could have been closest to, we got Danish. Yours is Ethiopian. Well, you're Turkish, right? I actually know nothing about the Ethiopian language. I don't even really know what language they speak there most commonly. So, yeah, I'm just secretly Danish, maybe. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I have a white one. I also have a pink one, but I can't find it. Well, I speak French, and by speak I mean I can make sounds come out of my mouth that French people do not like. The other day, someone called me Quebecois, and I was there like, look, at this point, I'll take Quebecois. I don't even mind that much. You get 30% Nigerian Hebrew. I can't fake accents. The only accent I can sort of fake is a British one. But even then, I can't fake it. It's not really. It's just I pronounce my A's a little different. Yeah. Croissant. S'il vous plaît. Bonjour. Comment ça va? Au revoir. Oh. No, I swear, languages are kind of crazy. I'm really excited about the future where everyone is going to be from all over anyways. So then it's going to be like... It's actually, well, not that it's a pity that I'm not actually mixed, but the fact that I don't look mixed at all means that I get a lot more comments about both my appearance and also like, where's your accent from type, which is totally fine, but yeah. Oh, piscine, like pool. There's a lot of funny French words. Nothing quite like saying wesh gros. You should try that when you're in France. Oh, please don't remind me about the gendered items they have. Why are things even gendered in French? Why are things gendered, period? Like, seriously. Yeah, for sure, Hilston. It's true. Love a good mix. Hell yeah, Sean. I bet you're hot. Gender thing in France? In French, basically, you gotta... So let's say you got a table. You gotta figure out what gender the table is before you conjugate it. if that makes sense. A table is clearly female? I don't even know if a table is female. I have no idea. Apparently it's male. I genuinely have no idea. But everything has a set gender for whatever reason. And a big part of French class. Did anyone ask the table? No, no one asked the table. I know, it is pretty weird. Oh, one of the nice things about Finnish is that it doesn't have gender. So if you want to say them, it's just hen. Like H-A-N. It's just hen. How do you determine the gender of an object? Bro, when the object was first made, somebody decided. I don't know. I have no idea. I think the fun fact that Finnish is related to Hungarian is one of my least favorite fun facts in the world, because I have spent significant times in Hungary, and oh my gosh, me and every other Hungarian there is like, yeah, have you heard about this? And I'm like, yeah, I have. What do you think? And they're like, you guys don't sound like us at all. Like, maybe if you were insanely drunk, but like... Ain't no way. The languages sound so different. I understand that they're related, and if you absolutely in this world had to stretch to put Hungarian and Finnish, or like you had to put Hungarian into a family tree, it's gonna end up with Finnish, but like it so does not sound similar. You can kind of get it in the way that the grammar is built, because the grammar is extremely complicated. But if you actually spend time in Hungary, or you spend time in Finland, you could tell, like, the languages do not sound alike at all. I think it's one of those things that they are, like, maybe they had a mutual fifth on twice removed. Or something. The sun is definitely a female. Hungarian is also kind of isolated. The same way Finnish is kind of isolated. So obviously if you have two isolated languages, what are they? They're going to be related, right? Obviously. Obviously. Now Finnish is kind of unique. So is Hungarian. Like I said, act drunk enough, anything flies. I mean, what is Dutch anyways, right? Drunk German. I agree. English is... Well, Estonian, I think, is literally from Finnish. Like, I think the languages developed pretty much around the same time. But anyways, I don't actually know. Anytime I hear... Estonian definitely just sounds like it's a child of Finnish. Why are fit? Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. I guess Latin must have had gender, which is why French has gender and Spanish has gender. But I don't agree with the table being male thing at all. You guys have no idea how many marks I lost on my French exams because I could not remember the gender of these goddamn objects. You don't think, oh, it didn't have gender? No, but seriously, I lost so many freaking marks from my, I did what, higher level French? Because I could not remember. I know, right? Why do objects have gender? That's another great thing about Mandarin. So Mandarin, while one of the harder languages in the world to learn, does not carry gender. In fact, Mandarin also basically... So Chinese grammar is wild. I'm not going to get into it, but there's no conjugation in Chinese. You just gotta figure out how to make the language work. Yeah, Rumbit, but then you go to France and then you say le table versus Sorry, you say la table versus le table, and then all of a sudden everybody at the restaurant, and then you're kicked out because they know that you're not French. No, I'm joking. But anyways. I wish there was actual gender free. I wish the French language would get an update and just go gender free. Because if they went gender free, I'd be so much. It would be such an easier life. Like, is it on or une année? I will never know. I have no idea. They mean the exact same thing to me. All means 1 year. I have no idea. Yes, it's 2024, almost 2025. I'm sure gender and language can be abolished. It really is not necessary. Échec? I have no idea if échec is feminine or not. L'échec? I don't even know what... Yeah, language should be dynamic, so... Yeah, why does gender even matter? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I tell everyone. Like, hey, gender does not matter. Especially in languages. Aw, that's so cute, Shauna. What, gendered nouns? You had no idea was a thing in France? Yeah. Oh, here's another wild one about French. So, for example, if you say they, there's two words for they. There's il with an S at the end and elle with also an S at the end. But if it's a group of guys and girls, it's always il, like, I don't know. Anyways, but if it's all a group of girls, then only then do you use elle. It's kind of a crazy language. So there's a specific, yeah, but if it's a group, everybody in the group needs to be female for you to use elle. If there is even one male in the group, then it is all of a sudden il. And it's like... Not even sexism, it's just annoying. Duolingo and stuff do these little tests to see if you're paying attention to the names, and I'm not paying attention to the names. I'm not. I will let you know. It's just so not practical. Like, I fail the Duolingo part on that so often, where they put like, oh, Mark, Jacob, Emily are like going to the cafe. So is it il or elle? And I'm just there like tapping because I want to get through it. And then it's like, wrong. I'm like, fudge. Yeah, anyways. Hey Xanoto, thank you so much for the Prime. Welcome back to your 17th month. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I agree. You study the nouns to go with the in-depth. Oh, that's actually a really good idea. I don't remember any tips from my French teacher. I barely remember how to conjugate être. What were they? Être, avoir, and... There was one more that were like the holy three. That were conjugated in ways that nobody could fathom. Oh my god, I'm blanking on it. Être, avoir... No, not savoir. Savoir wasn't that interesting. Aller, thank you. Yeah, it was être, avoir, and aller. Were the three that were like... You have to know the holy grails of, I guess, the basis of every single sentence I ever wrote in French, basically. It's like je suis, tu es, Il est. Nous sommes. Vous êtes. Ils ont or something. Yeah, I don't remember it. But anyways. French conjugations. Not my best friend. Aller to go. It's been such a long time since I did any French conjugations. I remember trying to like not learn Esperanto, but was entertained by the idea of Esperanto. I think Esperanto would have been really interesting, having like a unified European language, but I also think at the same time there is a lot of charm in all of the little European languages and whatnot, and at the end of the day it's all totally fine. English is rapidly becoming the standard anyways. Everybody speaks English. Oh, please do not remind me about near future. Oh my gosh. No active memories of it is so funny to me. So you just went through the class, you went through the motions, and mind is blank? Pretty nice. Yeah, how do French people decide on, like, if there's a new word being introduced to the vocabulary, how do they decide on, like, oh, this is gonna be male, or this is gonna be female? Who decides? Oh, Danish for dinner actually sounds good. Coin flip? There's an official French academy that decides, actually. How much do those people get paid? Like, based on the usage? Wow, that's crazy. Have formal academies a language that oversee official language? That's a job I could do. Well, technically correct when people say. Yeah, I genuinely am so curious about how some of those things work. We need to reform the French language. Well, I think it's really, really interesting because the French language is changing all the time. Oh yeah, well, Iceland has really strict laws about what you can name your child for historic purposes, right? Like, it's the dotter thing and the son thing. Like, all daughters are end with dotter and all sons end with son, taking after their father's name. But I think that's strict for a different reason. I don't see that as the same thing. Which language is the most melodic? It's probably going to be some language most of us have never heard of, honestly. Oops. I would definitely not say it's Chinese, though. I don't think Chinese is that melodic. I'm sure there's a lot of other languages that are quite melodic. I am... Italian, when they get mad, though. French does a pretty decent job, I agree. Oh, they do sing opera in Italian, but is it because they had extra time, excuse me, and food in their arsenal, so they had time to develop opera, or is it because their language made sense for opera? I would argue that it's the former. Countries that had like a food surplus and had a wealthier, like, what do you call it? Like middle classes and bourgeoisie and stuff, I think tended to have developed the artistic stuff a little earlier than countries that had less access to it. Like, if your country was so busy looking for food and fighting wars, you did not have time for opera. That's just my opinion, though. I 100% think so, yeah. Like, it's... Like, China at different times in history had Chinese operas and stuff like that. But not all the time, and a bunch of arts and stuff almost died out because of the wars, so... Exactly, Care Bear. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, Finns never got around to developing opera. Maybe Finnish opera actually would sound great, but they never had the chance to find out because they were too busy trying to not starve during their extremely cold winters. That's just what I'm saying. Like, did the language come, did the art come first, or did the fact that they were in a better position come first? Man, Finland, I don't read that much Chinese history, but I have read a lot of Finnish history, probably because Finnish history is relatively... Okay, that's not true. I've definitely read more Chinese history than I have Finnish history, but I remember more parts of Finnish history. Because Finnish history is a lot shorter, not a lot shorter, but it is relatively shorter. One of their excess vowels. Oh yeah, I talk about this all the time, Hilston. It's not just about who has access now. It's also about, did your family have access? Did your gender have access? Whenever the argument comes up about like, oh, women in chess, and people point out women haven't had historically the same access as men have, and people are like, oh, it's the 21st century, what do you mean? Like, women are able to do exactly the same things. Like, bro, sure, most places women can drive a car and vote and stuff like that, but what about, you know, 50 years ago? Or what about the fact that up until fairly recently, not every girl had the right to education, and many still don't? Like, your average girl in America sure might, but what about your average girl in more rural parts of India, or more rural parts of, not even necessarily rural, just like war-torn countries in Afghanistan, for example? Like, I just feel like that's a very valid point. There's a lot of third world countries out there. Even in first world countries, you have a lot of expectations on women that are not necessarily there for men, like the expectation to bear a child, or the expectation to be a housewife, or the expectation to provide for your family in means that are perhaps a little bit more domestic, or I think a really interesting phrase they used to use in like the 20th century was like fitting of your standard or whatever. Like, if you're of a certain social class, you're not gonna do XYZ, and you gotta do this and this and this. So yeah, I think a lot of it is, at the end of the day, these expectations that we haven't completely shed ourselves. Exactly. Tough to play chess when you're trying to survive. Also tough to play chess if every single other girl in your entire lineage and your family was always expected to get married roughly between the ages of 20 to 30, and then have 3 kids, and then be married for the rest of your life, and clean the house, do the dishes. Like, what? You think girls are being encouraged to play chess at the same rate that boys are? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, we're super lucky. I'm very grateful that, as a girl, I am born in the 21st century. I just think it's, like, kind of wild that people use the fact that, like, women have, like, people try to say, oh, but what barriers are there that women face, when it's not necessarily what a girl currently like right this second a girl from the US or from Canada faces, but more the societal expectations. I don't even think, sure, like maybe boys are more into strategic games. I don't think that's necessarily true. I think it's also when you're a kid growing up, like boys were given Legos and cars and stuff, and girls are given toys like Barbie dolls and plushies and all that. It's also about the way that you like treat kids to start, which I also think is not talked about enough. One of the nice things about Asian culture, for all the things that are not so great about Asian culture, kids are treated fairly gender neutral when you're growing up. It's kind of like, I don't know if you guys watched Avatar, but in Avatar they give like the Avatar kid this, like, go pick one of these things, we'll see if you're an avatar. It's kind of the same thing in a lot of Asian culture nowadays. If you're doing a little bit better and you don't need your child being married off, and if you don't need your child working in, yeah, that is female privilege also. I think there are differences in brain. I don't think that there's differences that are negative, if that makes sense. Well, yes, movies are made for men. A lot of movies, like, you can't deny, like, Hollywood Eye or something like that, right? Like, be for real. Just look at the TV and you can see how media is not always made for women. You can see the way that certain social media is designed. Look at Fast and Furious. I mean, I think a lot of these franchises and brands and stuff have become more cognizant of that and are aware that women is also, you know, really large demographic, and it makes sense to get their business too. So I think that there is a way to do it where it's not like being forced. That's another thing that I think is really hard to handle. I think it's a tough thing for a lot of the brands to be like, oh yeah, we're aware of this, so let's way overcompensate and make it this thing. And it's like, okay, how about we just hire like a female director, and you know, she has some pretty good ideas. I think that's why Barbie did so well. I think Barbie did really, really well because they had the director was a really talented woman who absolutely had the right idea. And I think when you've got women in roles of significance, you can also direct movies that are of significance. And it doesn't need to take away from the movie in any way, shape, or form. In fact, it only helps. I think that's really important. Well, I wouldn't say rom-com movies are necessarily made for men, but I would say a lot of perhaps more blockbuster Hollywood type movies were historically not entirely made for women. Yeah. I think so. Absolutely. No, Canada doesn't really have a Hollywood. Well, a lot of fiction books are mainly for women only after, like, the 1800s. Women were barely allowed to publish books. There are so many stories of whoever wrote Jane Eyre. I can't remember now, but her and her sisters, like, some of them, there are so many stories about women that had to write under a different name or publish books under a guy's name because otherwise they wouldn't be taken seriously. Like a pen name. Are people forgetting how recent that is? That's like your great-grandparents' lifetime, bro. That's not that long ago. Nom de plume. Exactly. I'm pretty sure 50 Shades of Grey was written as, like, Twilight fanfiction, but anyways. Yeah, it's really not that long ago. There's Frankenstein. Yeah. There's Mary Shelley. There's the Brunt sisters. Brent. I can't pronounce her name properly. Neither. I'd rather just never talk about... No, but we really don't ever need to talk about Twilight. I have no idea if girls like teenage vampire movies because... Whew, Twilight was a tough watch. I'm sure there's good vampire movies out there. I'm not sure Twilight's one of them. I commonly enjoy the trope of vampires, I would say. I would not say I enjoy Twilight. No, I think Twilight was a little... Yeah. Would I participate in a Hollywood production if I have the chance? Yeah, of course, but I'm not. I'm very far off from that world. That's not the world that I geared myself into. I never really thought that I had any acting potential, let's be real. That would be typecasted every single time. I don't think I can act. Yeah, exactly, Joey. It's only 100 years ago. Literally 100 years ago, women couldn't... 105 years ago, women couldn't even vote in the US of A. Like, be for real. Or most places. It's true. At the end of the day, I think also people forget all the time how strong Judith Polgar was. Like, Judith Polgar was insanely good at chess. She was top 10 in the world and all that, and... One of those cases where I also think people, well, not necessarily forget, just don't really think about, I guess. Oh yeah, absolutely. I think the Polgar sisters, if anything, is a sign that if everything done right, conditions are right for women, you can go very, very, very far in chess. And even then, the conditions were absolutely not all right for women during their era. Susan Polgar was barred from playing in the zonals, which was the candidate qualifying for, I believe it was the like World Championship cycle at that time. This was like 1986. It wasn't even that long ago. And she wasn't even allowed to play. And FIDE told her to go play the women's one instead because she was a woman, even though it was supposed to be open. So that's just one of those cases where it's like, well, you can say what you would like, but even 40 years ago, women were not really allowed to participate in the same events, even if they had qualified. And now you got all these men bitching about how, like, oh, well, you know, we have no women that are good enough to play. Susan Polgar was good enough to play, and they didn't allow her. So it's like, you can't have it both ways, you know? Well, I think they did. I think the good news is that now if anybody ever comes close, they're gonna allow them to play, which is good. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't know Susan was 2700 at some point. Just slipped my mind, I guess. Oh, for sure, Kevin. Every girl has that story. You know, fun fact, there wasn't even women's ski jumping until the 2012 Olympics or something. Not that anyone cares about women's ski jumping. I used to really care about women's ski jumping. I think ski jumping was this one sport that I was really obsessed with as a kid because it looked so exciting, and then I just told everyone that if I wasn't a chess player, I would have been a professional ski jumper, which is absurd because I never fucking ski jumped in my life. Anyways, there was no women's ski jumping in the Olympics until 2012. Fun fact. There was women's ski jumping, like, Olympics, and not Olympics, World Cups and stuff, though. Just to make it clear, it just wasn't in Olympics. Well, I believe the reasoning behind it was that it was too dangerous. Like, people deemed it too dangerous for women. And then they were like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, it's just one of those random sports that never, like, that women didn't get to compete at the Olympic level, which isn't, once again, like the world's biggest deal because they still had their own tournament. It wasn't like they were barred from it completely. But I do think being omitted from a world, like, Olympics is kind of strange. Because it's just kind of dangerous all around. Yeah, exactly. It's too dangerous for men, too. Like, what's your point here? It should be a nobody is allowed to do ski jumping or everybody's allowed to do ski jumping type thing, you know? I don't think gender plays a role in how dangerous or not dangerous it is. I actually don't know any notable ski jumpers. There's a lot of Polish ski jumpers, though. Yeah, gravity does not care about danger. Exactly. I really have no... I don't remember at all what people said, like, about... Adam Małysz. There's a couple of goats from Finland and a couple of goats from Poland. But anyways, I really was really obsessed with ski jumping for a really long time. One of the more random, like, things I decided I wanted to do. Never came to fruition. I've never ski jumped in my life still. Probably never will. It's not exactly a sport you just go at like 30 years old or whenever I finally decide to go to a ski jumping ramp and be like, all right, today I'm going to ski jump. Not really something you just start. Ski jumping is more of a... Yeah, but I'm not going to do it this year. And I know for sure I'm probably not going to go skiing next year either. So... The earliest that I can fit in ski jumping on my calendar is probably like 2029. Like, I'm not gonna just... Dude, ski jumping takes so much planning. It would take so much planning. I have so little interest. By the time I finally decide to go ski jumping, there'll be no snow left in the world. Well, I think there is actually a Twitch rule against hurting yourself on stream, so I'm not even sure I'm allowed to ski jump on stream. Because I do not think ski jumping is one of the safer things I could possibly do in my life. Oh no! Well, I had 0.8 seconds left. There's no way you could ever. I think it's a lot of fun though. It should be fun. It should be fun. I don't ski. haven't skied in so long. Skiing is so expensive. And so committal. It's the hassle of having to pay to go, and then on top of that, have to rent out the skis for the duration of the ski trip. I don't know, man. Every time I think about it, I'm just like... Skiing is just unnecessarily expensive. You'd be terrified? You probably have fun. It's a lot of fun. I really like skiing. If I had, I guess, 2 weeks a year and 2 weeks paid leave, I'd probably go. Hey, Joey. Thank you so much for the tour and welcome back to 36 month. Thank you. I have no idea what Amazing Race is, but probably. I guess. Yeah, but there's nowhere around me that I can really go to. Going to Banff is so far. I only like downhill skiing through like forests or black diamonds. So I don't really have any interest in going to any slopes near me. Like, going down a casual slope is just not very exciting for me, so... It's kind of gotta be, like, Banff. I don't necessarily think fun stuff should be more cheap. I just think that I am an absolute adrenaline junkie, and if it's not going to provide me an X amount of adrenaline, to go and pay this much and not get that level of adrenaline is not worth it for me, if that makes sense. I don't think that skiing in theory should be cheaper, because I understand it's really expensive to maintain the slopes, it's expensive to have the skis. I don't think skiing has ever really been like, oh, everybody can just go do this type activity. I do think that the slopes around Toronto are not very satisfying, which is why I've never been. I have no interest in going anywhere close. I have no interest in going skiing anywhere in Quebec. I just, like, if I'm gonna go ski, I want it to be in, like, Utah or the Alps or Banff. I think I'm just very aware of the level of at which I need my activity. Otherwise, I'm not gonna enjoy it. Like, I need to go all out for a ski trip or something, basically. Yeah, I just don't think I'd be excited by that. I'm sorry. Hey, Jack Mert. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the prime. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I need the adrenaline rush, yes. Welcome back, Jack Mert. Oh, that's cool. I've never heard of it, but it seems like fun. I love double black diamonds. I love... Yeah. There was really good skiing around Finland, the area I lived in, but I was a little young. Like, the shortest hill that I skied at, the lowest hill, was 400 meters high. I think the highest hill I've gotten to ski in Ontario is maybe like 110. So pardon me for not being overly excited about skiing in Ontario. Like, I got to go on a 400 meter hill when I was like 5. So yeah, no, not particularly excited. I mean, I think it's just like literally just my. I do not like cross country skiing. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think it was actually just a pile of snow. Exactly. Well, it was Isosyöte. Every Finn has heard of Isosyöte. I've never been to Ruka. That's the even bigger one that all my classmates would get to go to. I've never been. But Isosuete was cool enough. Was a big fan of Isosuete. Yeah, never got to ski in Switzerland. One day. Massive, yeah. I'm lucky that I grew up in northern Finland for sure. If I was gonna grow up in a place that was winter for most of the year, I'm glad that I got to do it properly. No offense to the southern Finnish. Isosuete? Well, they're not really mountains. Let's be real. It's 400 meters, but like, I've never been to Jämsä. It's basically just went like dark for 2 weeks straight. That's mountainous. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Very unlucky. Well, I think it was a semi-joke, but Finland was having its, what, 100-year anniversary, and Norway was... There was like a petition from Norway or something by a bunch of people to move one of the like marks for the border a few meters over to like the left or something, just so Finland could have a higher peak. Obviously, it didn't pass, but there was an actual petition, and I think like tens of thousands of people signed this petition because they were like, poor Finland doesn't have any mountains. Long story really short, Finland doesn't have the best like history when it comes to just world history. We don't need to talk about it. So as a result, Finland doesn't have any Arctic Sea. Finland does not touch the Arctic Sea. A lot of people don't realize this. But on top of Finland is Sweden and Norway. I can't actually remember which one. I think it's Norway. I think Norway just like caps over Finland. So they also have most of the mountains that Finland would have had if Finland had more of the northern area, but Finland doesn't. So all the mountains are basically Norwegian. Fun geographical fact of Finland. Yeah, well, in the old days, I think Norway just owned Finland. So, probably not have gone to war with it. Not have gone to war for it. It would have been more like no, you can't have it. Yeah, Norway gets the coastline and the oil. Norway got everything. Long story short. That's why Norway is one of the wealthier countries in the world. Spoiler alert. Norway is quite rich. That too, Coco. Rip Karelia. Hell yeah, Hema. I don't even know what Norway's biggest export is right now, but Norway is doing quite well. We kept the Karelian pies, it's true, yeah. That's what really mattered. Damn, that's kind of interesting, Mickey. I think growing up, people would always say that Finland looks like the a dancing lady. But now the dancing lady is like missing a little part of her leg because of Rip Karelia. But anyways. All the stories I used to hear from older Finns. Yeah, I would say Finland's probably colder on average, but I'm actually not sure. I mean, I think more people, percentage-wise, live in Finland's north than percentage-wise live in Norway's north, if that makes sense. think there's just more people living up north in Finland than there are people living up north in Norway. Really? How many people do you think live north of 45 degrees? Genuinely curious in Norway. Because Finland has like 300,000 or something. Living north of 345 degrees. But above 45? I don't think Norway is more north. I'm actually really curious now. So if you look at this, Oslo is here. And I know this is like the map's a little scuffed. So if there's a way to show latitude and longitude, that would be great. But Oslo's over here. And then Helsinki and Oslo are about the same. But then, how many people do you think live north of this? Because this is where Oulu is. Oulu is at 45. Where do you see longitude and latitude? Do they just not give you longitude and latitude anymore? Why? Why is it so hard to find out? Okay, sorry, 65. Okay, so 65. Oslo is at 59. Helsinki's at 60. Slightly north of, like, negligible. And this is gonna be 66. So 65 and 66. How many people do you think live north of 65 in Norway? It can't be as many as Finns do. There's like barely any cities up here anymore. No, the old village. How many people live in Norway above 66? Well, Finland also has only 5 million people. It tells you why Finland has a big northern population? That's really cool, actually. I didn't know that. How high is Bodø at? Where do you even see it? Bodø. Bodø is at 67. So slightly north of Oulu. By like a degree. Nice pokey. Oh. Sad. But yeah, this is where I grew up. 65 degrees north. Rovaniemi is where the Arctic Circle actually starts, which is 66 degrees north. So everything over here is the actual... Actually, I think the Arctic Circle is a little lower. Rovaniemi is just inside it. I don't remember where exactly the Arctic Circle starts. Yeah, I agree, Portal. But that's my point. Like, I would say on average, you have more people living in northern Finland than you would have in northern Norway. Which is a good thing, because why the fuck would you want to live this far up north? You think there's 200,000 people north of 66? You think north of Mo i Rana there's 200,000 people? You think in all of these areas there's 200,000 people? In Norway? Well, 80,000 in Tromsø, and how many do you think are in these little towns? Yeah, there's 200,000 in Oulu, just Oulu. Damn, Bido. Nice, Prozac. You think there's 200,000? I know for sure there's like 200,000 north of Oulu. 100%. Inari also has a really good ski resort, by the way. Not that anyone asked, but I'm just letting you know. Oh, there's Ruka. Ruka has a really good ski resort. I don't think I ever realized how close Gulsamo was to Russia. I've played chess in Gulsamo. And Joensuu. I mean, I've played chess in all these places, Savonlinna. Hello, Gutex. Ain't no way. Yeah, I do know that. I just don't think it's gonna be 200,000 people. Oh, is there? I just genuinely... Oh my god. Wait, this is where Botasjärvi is? That's so funny. Man. This is like only an hour away from Oulu. Damn, I could have driven to Russia in like an hour and 30, like 2 hours 30. I don't think I ever realized that. I don't think I want to trick Andrea into taking a trip to Finland with me. Okay, I mean, I don't really know. If you say so. I don't really have, like, go to Oulu and above. I can take her skiing in Inari. There are some really, really cute places in Inari. Holy shit, what is this $700 per night hotel? Jesus. Why is it 700 bucks? Oh, because it's middle winter. And I guess people are going. Now I'm curious. I never got to go to Ruka, but let's say I wanted to go vacation in Ruka. How much is Ruka? In Finland, yes, absolutely. I agree. Oh yeah, there's like these igloo stuff you can do. Okay, this is pretty basic. Inari is supposed to be pretty, but I've never even heard of that one. Gokslautanen. Oh, super far north. Okay. Oh yeah, glass igloos. Oh yeah, I've seen these. Eh. Oh, these are probably sick. Kind of crazy to be spending like... Yeah, kind of hard to get to. I don't think it's for me. Like, it'd be fun to do it as like a one night thing. I don't think I would want to do it for a while, if that makes sense. That's kind of like a cool for one night type deal. Yes, I would say I want out so fast. I would be like, you know what? Actually, I'm okay. I feel like that would happen. Actually, it's a little cold. Milk your own cow. Never had to do that in Finland. So cold in Finland. Oh. Was not for me. Was absolutely not for me. It's not always cold? Yeah. Speak when your average temperature in the summer is higher than 17 Celsius. Yeah, exactly. So now I live in Canada. Much warmer. Like, unironically, so much warmer. Oh my gosh. I have never been to Harbin during the winter, but I actually had one of my first ever chess coaches was from Harbin. Which is also very, 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 very cold. Hell yeah, Obis. It does look super cool. Well, I looked up. The coldest temperature ever recorded in Singapore is only like 17 degrees or something. The coldest temperature ever in Singapore is like the average Finnish summer. Ah. Thank you. That's crazy. Yes, yes it is. Would not advise going to Finland for summer. Report the temp. No, I am not in Singapore. I'm currently in Canada. Like. We got snow today, so I actually posted I've been collecting these reels of me, basically like, I was just going out every few days. Wait, it's on my Instagram. Yeah, I took him out in the snow today, actually. But this is basically what I've been doing. Remember how I died when you started walking, that's my life. But I did this. Like over the course of, I don't even know how long, but it was actually really nice. Also, I gotta go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back. But yeah, it finally snowed today. Well, I think it snowed one of the days when I was gone, but I didn't get to see it. So, no, this is not on YouTube. But, Mega Man, I have excellent news for you. I have tremendous news for you. First of all, we're probably going to be starting a dedicated food channel. And then secondly, the main YouTube is becoming my lifestyle YouTube. And we're making a whole separate channel for chess. So keep following the main. And we're going to just keep posting the stuff that I post on my regular. So now you don't even need Instagram, Mega. Yeah. I posted this today. Yeah, the beanie is so cute. But yes, that's basically the plan. So, lifestyle, YouTube. And then I have another channel for the chess now. I'm right, I know, in Singapore it's like, what are the seasons? And then this was, just took this over a couple of months. I honestly wanted to get so much more of the scene behind me, but I was so scared if I lifted the camera way too far. Like, this is the one that I had the best. And then you can see some days I'm just holding it in front of me because I'm like, if I lift it too fucking far, my phone's gonna fall and it's gonna kill someone and then I'm gonna be arrested. So I was literally terrified of holding the phone up. You can see on the days that, like, I am, like, days that it's windy, I'm just like, ain't no way am I lifting this phone above my head. Like, there's just no fucking shot. I know, Long. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. This is Ludwig's version. Ludwig, our favorite. Oh fuck, I forgot to make move. Yeah, but it's okay. We're gonna probably post the AI test at some point on socials. I definitely think a falling phone would cause lethal injury, 100%. Absolutely would. At those heights? Yeah, that was a parody. I think he's singing it pretty seriously, unfortunately. I think it would kill someone. How nice that we had warm summers. Well, it's times 9.18 or whatever, right? I mean, I seriously don't want to risk it. But maybe now that I know that a phone falling at terminal velocity is not going to kill someone, I'll take more chances with my videos. You think that's only 20 stories up? Damn. Come true. Imagine your funeral, yeah. But I definitely do not think that dropping a phone is advisable. Like, don't drop phones on people, guys. Whatever the height. Even if it's like 2 stories, probably don't drop it on them. Would not advise. Yeah, a little PSA for everyone out there. I mean, what point does it reach terminal velocity? Like, what is terminal velocity for a phone? This is a pretty heavy phone. It's probably like 400 grams at least. Yeah, I know. I do not, but that sounds amazing, Kevin. That's crazy. Good for her. If the phone is rotating or not, that's pretty crazy, actually. We love to hear a girl kick butt in poker. Yeah, chat's just an expert on everything. Y'all know what's up. Chat just is it's called Chat GPT for a reason, you know? Yeah, exactly. Well, funnily enough, I remember doing higher level physics or whatever, and this is actually the type of stuff that I would have to calculate. Like, if you were passing by a plane traveling at, 45 degrees away from you, and your flight and the wind was blowing at like 32 degrees due west, like, what would be at what pace are you moving away from the other plane? And I'd just be there like, I don't fucking know. There was so much like higher level physics stuff that I was just there like, man, I really don't want to figure this out. It was so many variables. I did higher level physics for almost a whole year before I dropped out finally and went to normal physics. No, I think I did a whole semester, like a whole year of it. Now, higher level physics was the hardest thing ever. That's why I stuck with higher level chemistry instead. I was like, yeah, ain't no way am I doing higher level physics anymore. That's when I realized that I was not going to go into quantum physics. Before then, I had this little, I was holding on to this faint hope, or I guess my parents were holding on to this faint hope that their daughter would be a fan of, like, well, I was a big fan of physics. Long story short, I really liked physics. And then I did higher level physics in, like, school, and I was like, yeah, no, thank you. Never mind. It was so much just brain. I could not do it. I have so much, like, admiration for my friend Mick. He has I think he's currently working on a physics masters or something. I don't know what the heck he's working on. Every time I ask him about his degree, he goes, well, do you want the short or long answer? And because I'm obviously a really good friend with him, I'm like, give me tell me all about it. And then he suddenly goes on this like 20-minute spiel about what his degree is, and I'm just there like, all right, maybe we can get the short version next time. No, but seriously, every single time I ask him for his degree, I'm just there like, I'm actually, can we go back? What's the short summary of your degree? But he has an applied math degree for sure, like an engineering applied math degree. And then I think he's doing a PhD, like not a master's in physics or something. And every time I talk to him, I'm just like, oh my gasp. I can't deal with this, but no, he's great though. I wish at one time in my life that's what I wanted to do. And then I realized I do not have that level of dedication in life. So well, yeah, some people are also really passionate about certain things in life, which what makes this world go around. Because if we had nobody passionate about physics and everybody was just passionate about food and wine or something, well, the world actually might be a pretty nice place, I'm not gonna lie. But it's good that we have people passionate about physics. So, how on earth did I get so good at chess? My parents forced me to play. It's really easy to get good at something when you're forced to do it. But yeah. Anything but. C7. Anything but. Yes, if you force me to be good at something, I am of the belief that anybody can become a grandmaster if they're either given the opportunity to do it or forced to do it. I think a lot of things in life is a little bit of bashing your head into a wall. Seriously. I just don't think that things like... I think everything is fairly learnable in life, if that makes sense. I don't think that people are